At 12, you can still be treated as a child in almost every part of life. In ancient Rome, the law could still consider you old enough to marry. That does not mean most Roman girls married at 12. Many did not. The more revealing fact is that 12 could already sit on the adult side of the legal boundary. The easy explanation is that people had children early because everyone died at 30. But that number is life expectancy at birth, distorted by the enormous number of children who never reached adulthood. In many pre-modern societies, roughly a third to half died young, survived childhood, and living into your 50s was not unusual. So the pressure was not that every teenager expected to die soon. It was that families kept losing people. But the same harsh conditions created a contradiction. High mortality made early reproduction valuable. Poor nutrition could delay the body's ability to begin it. Puberty does not follow one fixed timetable. It responds to genetics, health, physical workload, and energy reserves. Pregnancy and breastfeeding are costly. When food is unreliable and body fat is low, menstruation may begin later. That is why the image of 12-year-old mothers across prehistory is misleading. In some foraging populations, first births likely came in the later teenage years. Once fertility began, however, the social delay could be short. There was no long, protected stretch of adolescence built around school and self-discovery. In farming societies, marriage could join households, move property, add labor, or produce an heir. A young person's body was not treated as separate from the needs of the family around them. That did not make early pregnancy safe. The pelvis can continue developing into the late teens. Pregnancy before full physical maturity raises the risk of obstructed labor and poor outcomes for both mother and child. Delaying birth carried one kind of risk for the group. Giving birth early carried another for the girl. So how did such a dangerous system keep functioning? Often, a young mother was not caring for a baby alone. She might nurse while her mother prepared food, an older sister carried the infant, and an aunt took over when exhaustion set in. Human child-rearing has long depended on people beyond the biological parents. Anthropologists call this alloparenting. The grandmother hypothesis goes further, proposing that older women improved the survival of descendants by helping feed and care for grandchildren. The evidence varies across societies, but the broader pattern is clear. Childcare was often distributed across a network within shouting distance. Calling early childbearing simple ignorance misses what these systems were responding to. Biology set the earliest possible moment. Customs shaped what happened after that. And in communities repeatedly reduced by disease, hunger, violence, and childbirth itself, waiting could carry a real cost. The timing varied widely. The pressure did not disappear. Every family alive today descends from mothers and children who survived some version of that system long enough for the line to continue. Modern childhood became longer not because human biology suddenly changed, but because the world around the child did. Fewer children died. Food became more reliable. Birth became safer. Schooling replaced the expectation of immediate adult labor. Only then could biological maturity and adult responsibility move apart. Today, 12 can remain 12. That may be one of civilization's quietest achievements.